Hey guys! Me again. So we're actually gonna have some fun. We're gonna have a little mini tutorial slash guide slash my way of kind of doing things. Not like a set in stone cut down tutorial on how to make this tote bag as you've seen in the thumbnail. So that's what we're gonna do today. Super excited. Holiday season's here. It's officially December 1st and I really like to kind of like when it's that holiday season, I'll go full on in. So this Christmas, I decided I'm gonna start doing multiple handmade gifts because Black Friday was not Black Friday. I didn't really see anything that I wanted to actually buy. I don't know, I think it comes with age. I'm 27 now and all my friends are around that age, you know, and it's kind of like, what am I like, what do you like, you would want something more beneficial, something more, you know, connected. Like I feel like that's more so kind of my headspace now, which I enjoy because then I can kind of enjoy the process. So today, just to get back into the tutorial aspect, because I'll keep going. Today I'm going to show you guys how to make this little tote bag. Yes, this is actually a gift for someone, my fiance's brother's girlfriend. She's obsessed with cows, so I was like, I would just like make her like a little cow basket of things, and this is one of those items that I wanted to make, and I just think this is so freaking adorable. And yes, that's satin on the inside, and yes, it's pink like an udder. Don't think too hard about it. I just think it's really adorable. And so with this, I'm going to show you exactly how I made this step by step. Then again, you can create any bag, tote bag, mini tote, any size. I made sure to just kind of, the way I make things, I like to kind of free flow it, kind of if this size doesn't work, because I think I already made the bag and I made the video and everything. This is just the after effect, but like there was parts where I thought I could use a certain amount of scraps because I'm using scrap fabric from when I make bonnets. This is basically like the fleece bonnet. It's basically like a bonnet bag, like I don't know where I'm going with this, but like I use the fabric from the bonnet to make the bag. But I'm just using whatever amount that I have, so there is no standard, you need this by this to make this bag. No, use exactly what you have and make it work. That's what we're doing. We're not going to a shop and saying I need to get this to make this bag. No, that's not how I do things. So that's why I'm not going to show you how I do it. Like if I ever make a pattern from, like if I, you know, sew something from a pattern, then of course, you know, it'll go by that. But that's not what we do here. We try to use whatever scraps that we have and we just make it. So that's what I'm gonna do, and I hope you guys enjoy. So let's get sewing. Okay, so starting off, this is the biggest scrap I have. I use this to make my bonnets. And when it comes to this project, this is really kind of what you got kind of vibe, because there's no pattern to this. You kind of use, like, I can't tell you what measurements to use because it's like if you've got 7 inches of a fabric, then use, you know, just to give yourself some grace, give yourself like 6.5 inches on each side kind of thing, you know what I mean? And that's kind of what I'm going for. That's why I like the whole beauty of using what you got and making it. So use any measurement of fabric that you have. I'm just kind of giving you, this is more of like a guide, more so a tutorial, just kind of using what you got. Wait, let me make sure which one's bigger. Okay, I think this is the biggest one I got. I can use this for straps. So we're gonna start off, I'm gonna measure to see how much I got here. I got 8 inches, but to be safe, like I'm gonna do 7.5 each. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut that amount now. Well, hold on, let me see. Okay, we got 7.5 here too. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Okay, you want to hear something funny? Not really funny. Remember how I said life is lifing and, you know, you gotta work with what you got? So I was like, the way the shape of the scrap was, we didn't get the 7.5 all over. So we're gonna scrap that, get it, we're gonna scrap that, and we got 7, 6.5, 6.5, but that's okay. I mean, it's still gonna be a cute little bag. It's a little mini bag, but I mean, we're doing what we can. And so right now, this was one of the squares or rectangles I was going to use, but it's kind of wonky and long, so I'm like, I'm not going to use that. I will make scraps out of them, or not scraps, I'm going to make straps out of them, which would be really cute. I was thinking, since this is going to be a cow, maybe I can do black and white. I think that would actually be kind of cute. So I'm going to go get my black fabric, and again, this isn't like you have to do 2 inches by 1, you know, or whatever, like to make the straps. Just kind of eyeball, see what size looks good for you. But if you want an amount, okay, let's say if you want to go by my exact one, 6.5, 7, 6.5, okay? And then for the strap, you can say, let's do, I'll just make it better so you can kind of see. So for the length, let's say we can go 12 inches since it's going to be a mini bag, just like the ruler. And then for the width, let's go 1 inch. So we can do 1 inch here and 12 inches here. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this piece and then the black piece. And then just make sure that it's just like this in this position, like a sandwich. So have it folded and have it 12 inches tall. And on the width, just make it 1 inch because we're going to sew it. Okay, so what I did was I went ahead and pinned the straps already, just so they don't open. But just know, if this was regular fabric, you would have the right sides together. So this will have the right side of fabric, and right now you'll be seeing the wrong side of fabric. So I got both straps. Like I said, I'm just using my fleece. And then sometimes I just, like I said, you just go, just see if you like it. One side will be here, and then the other side will be here. And then you just kind of eyeball and be like, do I like this? I mean, of course, it's not going to be like in that position, like that bad, but you know, I always do that with my projects. If I'm kind of just going on a whim, I'm like, do I like that? And just know it'll be held like this. I know I'm a little crazy, but it helps if you kind of just eyeball it. So I like this. So now that I got these pinned, I'm just going to put them to the side for a minute. And what I want to do now, because this is something that I'm making the print myself. If you were using regular fabric that had the print, these would be right sides together. So right now you will see the exposed side. What you can do is go ahead and stitch, right? But because I'm adding on the pattern, I'm going to go ahead and cut out the cow prints. So for me, I have a long piece of I have a long piece of felt that I use, and I use this for my bonnets only because it's sturdier than using like this fleece, because like sometimes fleece can like you see how it does that. I don't like stitching when this part is exposed like that. I'm not really a fan of that. I like the fleece, the felt, because it doesn't do that and it's a straight cut. You know what I mean? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and make the spots. Now, because there's no right side or wrong side when it comes to fleece, I'm just going to put it on this side and that'll be the right side, and then I'll flip it and stitch it. But for now, I'm just going to kind of make the little splotches, and you just kind of go any which way, you know, just kind of try to mimic it. Alright, so I got the speckles spots on. So these are my official right side of fabric. And then I got it on the back as well. I'm loving it. So I'm going to go ahead, get these stitched up, and then after, or actually, yeah, I'm going to get that stitched up, and then I'm going to get the straps stitched up as well. So let's do that. Real quick while I like change my threading. Anybody else always like, I don't know, whenever I put the thread through the needle, I always freaking stab myself. Is that normal? I know some machines you can like start from the top and then hook it onto this side and then press the lever. Ooh, not that. Press the lever and then it'll like do it. I have one machine like that, but like the ones that don't, my gosh, I'm just tearing myself up. I am always tearing myself up when it comes to that part. And also, the thread that I'm using, like I know the fabric's black and everything, but I'm using navy blue. You can't really see it. Yeah, I can't be the only one that does that. I mean, like, if you don't see it, you don't see it. This is the foot that I'm using. And honestly, I don't know the name of this foot, but my gosh, when it comes to like intricate like sewing, like stitching around the rim of something, I love using this. And you know, I'm probably not even using it the right way. I have no idea. It's just my grandma gave me a whole bunch of presser foots and like, you know, little sewing things here and there, so I've just been using that. But yeah, like it helps a lot. So I'm gonna go ahead and stitch around the edge of the spots. Okay, so we now have the spots on, so it should look like this, and then the back should look like that. And if anybody, and I mean anybody, has something to say about this, shame on you, because I mean this is gonna be lined anyway, so like, why am I gonna take the time to cut it? I'm just being real. And also, like, this is black yarns and it's on white fabric. I mean, I get it, but once I do it inside out, yeah, you might see a little bit of stitching, but like, hey, that comes with the package. That's an extra deal. You get a little, it's black and white anyway, so like, why not have black and white, you know, straps? Anyways, so now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and work on the tubing for the straps. There's two ways that I do it, but then I got a little bougie and I got this little nice nifty tool. But if you don't have this tool, you can see a video on the pin. I don't typically use the pin you're supposed to like hook the little safety pin in and go inside out. I don't like that version. I like this where if you buy cotton, they'll give you like the little stuffing tool, or you can just get like a pencil or a pen and make sure the pointer's not out. So you just kind of push in like that and you keep, and sometimes it does that. That's okay. This is why I have the tool, but I'm just trying to demonstrate and show you guys like other ways. Not everything's perfect the first time. Okay, let me give myself some room here and go ahead and start pushing through. And to the top. Bam. So, and then just to get that little knot out, I like to go all the way down and then kind of shimmy it. There you go. Perfect. And see, look at that seamless. I mean, you get a little bit of that, but I mean, again, comes with the flavor. Of course, you could just get some white thread and do it, you know, but I'm kind of lazy. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do the next one too. So now that I got both straps, I love how it coordinates with my nails. That's low-key fire. But I'm gonna put the straps to the side, and I'm going to put the right sides together, just like this. And we're gonna sew from all the way up here, all the way up here to there. And then we're gonna add the straps. But first, let's go ahead and just sew it up. All right, so now we have the sides stitched. So what I'm gonna do real quick, I'm gonna just snip the sides, or the corners, sorry. I'm gonna go ahead and snip each corner here, just to kind of help and make the stitching flatter and make it a little rounder, honestly. So we got those sides snipped there. So now we're gonna do lining. I got some scrap satin. You can use any fabric you have. Just make sure you just kind of follow what I'm doing with the fabric that you have. Like I said, we're just using any fabrics that we have. So I'm gonna just go ahead and have it folded right sides together, and I'm going to not even get a ruler and do the whole the 6 inches, 7, all that jazz. I'm just gonna literally clone it. I'm gonna cut around here. Let me just, okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and cut around. Alright, so now that we got that stitched, I'm gonna go ahead and sew just like mimic it, I'm gonna sew alongside here. All right, liner's made. Again, we went that way with it. I'm gonna go ahead and put the straps on. So we are going to grand reveal. I'm gonna use this here and kind of get the little points on the corner. This is looking so cute. All right, so I'm gonna take one of the straps, and like this is all on you on how you'd like the straps to be on, because again, we're using any shapes or sizes. This tutorial slash guide is kind of basically just saying, hey, you can follow this, but do it like it's personalized. That's a good word to say, it's personalized. So I'm just kind of winging it right now to see what looks good. This is kind of how I do things. Like I'll first do it like this, like I'll just kind of do it and then be like, oh, okay, hey, this kind of works low-key. So I like the way this looks, and I'm gonna basically flip it over, match it exactly where I see. And also I don't like seeing the seam part, so when if you don't want to show the seam, you can either have it like this, and when you hold the bag it's like that, or you can put it sideways, same thing. So for me, you know what, the black one, I mean, honestly, you won't be able to see it, but the white part I'm not really wanting to see. So I'm going to put the seam upward this way, and I'm matching it just like that. And I'm just going to go ahead and pin. Hopefully I don't poke myself. Okay, perfect. Hey, this is a realistic version, okay? This is real, because I be poking myself sometimes. There we go. Nice. So I'll go ahead and stitch across. I'll probably go a couple times, left, right on each side, then add the liner, and then we'll be done. All right, so now we got the straps on, which is amazing. We're almost done, guys. So now this part, please pay attention to this part. This is very important. We're going to open up a small hole, because that's what we're going to use to pull everything out, and then stitch it closed, and we're done. It's kind of hard to explain, so I'll just show you guys. I'm just getting one of my tools here, seam ripper, and I'm just going to open up like that and just kind of pull it some after opening up one loop, and then boom, there you go. I do the whole seam rip method. I mean, you can still, if you want, you can stitch, leave a whole stitch, but when I stitch something, I just want to do it all together. So that's just my jazz. What we're gonna do now, I'm gonna go ahead and put the outside bag inside the liner, and remember, this is the right side and this is wrong side, and this is right side here. I just like to remind, just because like for me, sometimes I forget, have to rewind the video and have to make sure, but I know some people may not be doing the fleece like I'm doing. They may be doing the regular fabrics and everything, so I just want to make sure you guys see that. So we're gonna put seams together, right sides together, and for fleece, because the fabric is so thick, I'm gonna be using these little clippies here. I mean, you can use pins, it don't matter, whatever's your preference, but just make sure starting off you put the seams together, sandwich them together. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. So I'm gonna go ahead and stitch around here, and remember, this portion is open. We're gonna keep that open, and just stitch around here. So I'll be right back. All right, so we got this portion stitched here. So now, if you'd like, it's all preference, you can go ahead and trim it off. For me, it's fine, honestly. All in your preference. So what I'm gonna do now, remember the spot that we kept open, I'm going to use that spot to do it inside out. Now you may need to open it up a little bit more. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna open it up more. I mean, we're gonna stitch it back, so it's fine. So I'm gonna just go ahead. There you go. And depending on the fabric that you use, it'll be kind of tough kind of getting it out, but hey, depending on what you use. I'm gonna go ahead and use this. And voila. So what we'll do is push it in, and then I always just like to kind of see what it looks like before I go to the next step. That's just me personally. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. But as you can see, there is a hole here, so I'm going to go ahead, clean this up, clean this fabric up and stuff. Probably can't see it with the backing, but I'm just gonna fold this in and stitch along the sides to close this hole up. We got the nice lining on the outside. It's all sewn nicely. So if you would like to line the outside here, you can. If you want to stop here, you're done. You just made yourself a mini tote.